Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to sing a new song entitled Either You Are More Than You Perceive or What Is Real. Those are the two titles. And then I'm also going to share some thoughts that I have taken from some things I've been learning from Brendan Burchard. And I've kind of massaged them a bit to have them make more sense for the things that I've also learned in the same kind of arenas. I'm going to start with a song. I'll tell you the words to it. You are more than you perceive you are, better than you believe. Open your heart and you will find you can receive the answers to questions you hold deep inside. Answers or questions you have yet to ask. The ones from which you hide. Don't be afraid, I'm with you. I've always been. Trappings of time and language. That communication, right? Trappings of time and language limit now and then. Don't be afraid, I'm with you. Don't be afraid, I've always been. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Oh, sorry. I will bless you with wisdom now and then. Then. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Though children, women, and men who listen and are still enough begin to perceive beyond their belief. And that is the realm of cognitive dissonance. And that's where learning and growth happen. Because only when we come up against that friction, only when we come up against that which we don't understand, can we wrestle with God, so to speak, and come up with, oh no, I'm staying where I am in my understanding, or actually this is enlarged and I understand things better. It's wonderful, and it's actually easier to be nice to myself and to others. And so that's maybe a good kind of a tell for when you learn something, when you go through that cognitive dissonance, if it makes you better friends with yourself and better able to tolerate the annoying things that you think other people do, maybe you won't even see them as annoying. That might be a good way to figure out if you're moving in a direction that is true to peace on earth, goodwill to men. The next part of the song is what is real. How can I do my part to heal fractured time and space? What I perceive, is it real? And will I see your face in the stars, the ocean, and the falling rain? Help me do my part to heal this fragile heart. Help me will to perceive what is real. So those are the words, lots of content. But sometimes, that's what I do. That's what I get. I guess that's what I'm looking for. You are more than you perceive, better than you believe. Open your heart and you will find you can receive answers to questions you hold deep inside, questions you have yet to ask, the ones from which you hide. Don't be afraid, I am with you. I have always been. Trappings of time and language limit now and then. Don't be afraid, I am with you. I've always been. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Though children, women, and men who listen and are still So yes, that song is still becoming, and it will change because learning changes. And as we come up against things that don't quite work, they shift. But I really wanted to share it with you today, so I did. And so I hope it's useful even in its present kind of embryonic form. So we're going to move along to these how to build relationships with yourself and others. And the thing is, perception, as I spoke of in the last post or the post before, is the coming to understand. Perceiving something is to become aware of something that you weren't yet aware of. You had a certain belief, you had a certain framework you were working within, and then you went, is that really? Oh my goodness, that doesn't make sense anymore because I perceive this. So I'm going to continue to look, and I'm going to explore this, and I'm going to ask, and I'm going to seek, and I'm going to be still long enough so that I can perceive what is real. And as long as I do my part, I can trust that I'm on a good path. And so the cool thing about the path we take is that it doesn't matter if we make a misstep or what some would call a mistake, because it's all learning unless we stop. So how to build relationships. As we learn new things in our relationship with ourselves, we have to be willing to let go of the part that doesn't make sense anymore. And how do we build relationships with others? And that has, again, to do with not being judgmental of where they are either. And allowing them to learn and grow from where they are. I talked about being at point pink in the past, which is your present point, and point green, which is the one you're going to. Wherever we are is the perfect place for us to learn and grow. And if we're not coming up against that cognitive dissonance, if we're not coming up against that, what did I say it was called in this song? Beyond our belief. If we aren't willing to perceive beyond our belief, if we aren't having those experiences, perhaps, I don't know, maybe we're stagnant. I'm not going to say we are, because mostly I ask questions. And that's what you get to do. You get to answer them for yourself with help from your helper. So with all of these, I say be curious, make lists, and track progress. Those are things that Brenda Burchard really, you know what? I'm just going to take this down and hold it. That's what he really focuses on. And most self-help people do, because if you don't know where you are, if you don't know where your point pink is, if you don't know where your point pink is, and you don't know what your point green is, where you're going, your present and where you're going, you're not going to be able to, well, know if you got there. So be curious about where you are. Make a list of where you are, what you value, and track the progress if you're going from this point pink to a green. If you track the progress in whatever it is you're intending to be working on. So in order to, let me put this up there at the top, how to build relationship with yourself and others. Number 1, define your intention for the relationship you are in. What is your intention with your relationship with yourself and with others? What do you intend? Do you intend to be a jerk to yourself? Do you intend to be kind to yourself? Do you intend to be a jerk to others? Do you intend to be kind to others? Do you intend to see the world as a scary place where you have to hide, or a place of adventure and challenge and definite difficulty, but you have all you need to do all you need to do today to succeed in whatever arena you're in? What intention, what belief are you bringing forth about yourself and about others? Be curious. Talked about that before too, how curiosity is the birthplace of knowledge and growth. Number 2, discover what helps and hinders those relationships. Again, the one with yourself and others, and that's all there is. Smalley, I don't remember his first name, but one of his books is called The Fear Dance. And I liked his line. He says, everything in life is relationships. All the rest are just details. And I think that's so apropos. Everything is relationships, because depending on what relationship we are maintaining and building within ourselves. That's the relationship and the skills and the tools that we're going to have to be able to bring anything good to another relationship. And then that person, their relationship with themselves, is going to allow them to either receive the good we're trying to give, that we intend to give, or they're not. Because if they're intending to only take ill from us, if they're afraid of us, if they think, oh no, the world is, such a scary place, everything's going to be filtered through that scary place, RAS, R-I-S, reticular activating system. So what is your intention? Do you intend to be terrified? Do you intend to judge yourself and others? What is it? Start with the relationship you have with yourself and then make a list. What is your intention? Okay, what is my intention with my relationship with myself? Okay, I make a list. Okay, so my intention is to be kind and loving with myself. Okay, track progress. Was I loving with myself today? Oops. Oh man, I'm so terrible. I don't even love myself. I can't do that right. I'm just going to stop. No, that's not what we do if we intend to love ourselves. We grant ourselves that grace from great day, which we talk about at the end all the time. And so then we track our progress. Be aware where the present is, where the point pink is. And each day that point pink is going to be potentially making progress toward the intentions you have for yourself and for others, so that you'll make a list for yourself and for others. These are just things that we can do if we want more to do in our life, right? No, if we want to see that we are actually making progress and change, we have to look at it. Yeah, we have to look at it. We have to go through that cognitive dissonance in order to grow. Discover and empower dreams by way of respect, encouragement, sincere appreciation for intent, effort, and progress. So, what are your dreams in your relationship with yourself? Do you know the dreams of those you care for? Your significant other, your children, the people on your teams at work? Do you know what they're striving to do? It's important if we want to build relationships, that we are aware of the dreams and the desires of the people in that relationship. Because we might say, oh, well, we know they want this and this is their dream, but maybe that was their dream yesterday. Maybe they changed today. I mean, sometimes we're mercurial in our dreams even. I mean, it's better not to be, but sometimes we are. And so we've got to know, what dream am I working on today? What is it I need to be able to support myself? What dream are they working on today? What do I need to do to support themselves? It's just a lot of curiosity we've got to nurture and make a list, And if they say this one thing is important, and then we talk to them and we are assuming they're at that same point pink because of what we talked to them before, and we just go ahead and go with something to try to be supportive of them, and then it's not what they're wanting that day, we can say, oh golly, well, I'd written this down, so please let me update my information so that I can be more useful, because actually my intention is to be supportive of you, to help encourage you. Okay. Number 4, take their side first. When there is a discussion with anybody where you aren't quite agreeing with what they're saying, or you're not seeing the situation in the same light that they are, you can still take their side first. And you can take their side first because in doing that, you will be able to understand why they think, say, and want what they say they think, say, and want. Having empathy before we react in a situation with somebody else. Being there with them. Not be distracted by our preconceived conception of what they're doing and how stupid, idiotic it is, or how, we have this point of view, or we don't even have time for this conversation right now. We need to, it's useful if we take their side first, because then they're less likely to feel attacked. Because the immediate thing is to feel attacked. If somebody goes against what you say, it's like, well, wait a minute. It's human nature, it's ego nature to say, oh, wait a minute. That means you think this about me, and I'm going to be all up in arms about that. So take their side first, see how that goes. It actually works. I've tried it, and it works. I don't try it all the time, though. because I'm still learning and growing. I think that's what we do here. I think that's the purpose. 5, make laughter and intimacy a daily thing, as long as it doesn't hinder your primary relationships with self and your significant other. So the people you work with, so say like with your people at work, on your teams, laughter can really diffuse the tension in the difficult situations. It can do the same thing in your personal relationships at home. As long as in that laughter you're not, number 1, rejecting yourself, number 2, becoming too intimate or closely connected with somebody on your team that would detract from your relationship with your significant other, or even with yourself. I mean, team members can be very needy as well, and our intent needs to be supportive, but not to the point where we get sucked dry. We have to keep all these boundaries. What a balancing act, right? And that's how to build relationships. And I've taken longer than I think I usually do, but I want to encourage you, if you liked this video, to be sure to hit the like button, to subscribe to my channel, and to share it with a friend. Until next time, make it a great day.